Hello guys, good luck, and we're back to me replying to comments again. So, let's see what do we have here. Holmberg94 says, those cars are too sensitive, can't even handle one strike from a sword. Actually, as I found out in the long future, I'm pretty sure we were already past that video, though I am not 100% certain, so let's see in the list of videos. Yeah, I have already used even less than a sword to destroy a car. It was actually my foot. They're just made to blow up. It's actually pretty annoying, because if you hit them accidentally, of course, everything just goes and, well, you then proceed to die in explosive death. It's an awesome thing that everything in this game literally explodes from a touch, because I've got a touch, I've got a power, but at the same time, sometimes it can be pretty frustrating. Then Holmberg says, no, you can't destroy the arcade. Such bad behavior, more than docked less than. I don't know, I'm pretty sure that arcades are already destroyed by the advent of the coming of existence of consoles and PCs that are capable of running video games, and video games existing for said PCs. Who really goes to arcades these days anyway? I don't know. I can't imagine that being the good choice. And keep in mind, arcades were just made with the idea of getting a bunch of money of you. Think about their business model. If you want to play a game, you have to insert a coin and you get a certain amount of time, and the game you're playing is probably super fucking hard, so you die over and over again and your time runs out, or your lives run out. So then you have to put another coin in and another coin in. You know, it's like playing lottery, except you can't actually win anything. When you think about it that way, holy shit, that's crazy. OkayAlright Gaming says, looks like a fun game. Does it have a good story? Lol, nice vid by the way! Exclamation point. I think he forgot some of those exclamation points and question marks in there. But I can totally tell that this guy doesn't really care, does he? Has he played it yet? No, he hasn't. It's been a month and all he's played is like Minecraft and Project Zomboid Co-op. Oh yeah. Well, if you compare it to Minecraft, yes, this game has an amazing story. It's like fucking masterpiece of William Shakespeare, bitches. Holmberg94 asks, is it possible to kill the bunnies, XD? The answer is yes, it is possible to kill the bunnies. I did not kill a bunny because that is cruel. Why would I want to kill a bunny? I want to cuddle a bunny. They're meant for cuddling, not killing. But if you do happen to kill one, I've seen this on a live stream, they go completely batshit insane and try to kill you. Because these aren't ordinary bunnies, you see, these are the bunnies from hell. The same bunnies that are featured in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Well, specifically only one bunny was featured, I think. I don't remember, actually. It's been a while. I should rewatch that amazing movie. So yeah, don't kill them. It's a bad idea. Holmberg94 says, WTF, that girl in the jacuzzi thingy-to, XD after 2/3 of an ellipses. Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of like references to Japanese culture. I mean, it should be obvious because you see things like a katana, which is your main weapon, and temples of Japanese kind, which is your main fighting place, and graveyards, which is your main result of fighting. But I wonder what it's meant to represent. Could it be a blow-up doll of a anime girl? I don't know. I'm no expert on those things, but I doubt that they can make like noises like that. I mean, if they were to make noises, they probably wouldn't make those kind of noises. They would make much more dirty noises. Not just like, hey, or whatever the hell it was doing. I don't actually remember. Maybe it was just poor quality. Yeah. Let's write it off as that. Holmberg94 says, "Oh my god, why so many candles? That's dangerous. O_O. That is a good fucking question. Why are there so many fucking candles in there? You know what? Let's go on a journey and find out. Why are there so many fucking candles in Japanese temples? All I'm getting is swastikas in Asia. This is not good. Maybe I need to remove some of the words. Okay, let's try a simpler query. Japanese temple candle. There we go, that's more like it. Traditional Japanese candles made of sumac wax. This doesn't say anything. Candle night in Zenryuji Temple. Go home, make a wish. I see, so my guess is that you go to a Japanese temple, you light that shit on fire, and then you go home and you make a wish. It's kind of like with meteors, except instead of meteors striking the earth, you just set a temple on fire. It's basically the same thing, right? Next, Holmberg94 says, "Silly boss fight destroying the fun for you, :O." Yeah, I was really enjoying the game until that point, mostly because of the fighting with a katana aspect. Like, this game is best when you slice shit up with a fucking sword. And then you expect the boss fight to be some epic stuff where you like jump around or some shit and slice at stuff, and eventually you slice up pieces of them. It's like the first mini boss, right? You slice off his arm and then you kill him. That huge Minotaurus or whatever guy. And now you face off against some dude with a bunch of armor that you have to shoot, essentially, unless you want to spend about 10 hours slicing at it. Admittedly, you can save the game at any time, so... which I somehow just didn't register for me. I'm too used to playing Dark Souls, I guess. So you can save the game at any time, and then you just could technically, you know, deal damage, some of it, to the boss, save, deal damage, save, and repeat the same process until you kill him. So even if it would take 10 hours, you could do it in like I don't know, even 15-minute segments or whatever. But still, you know, I don't have that much hard drive space, so it's not an option. Really, it's just a matter of the fact that if you're gonna give me a fucking sword, and you're even gonna give me an upgrade to the fucking sword before the boss fight, and then I come to the boss fight and I can't even tickle the boss with my new sword, this is just a failure in design. Like, you can't deny this. Even if you think that the bosses should be tough, like, the timing of when this boss fight occurs versus what happens is just absolutely ludicrous. And this will continue to happen in the future, so yeah, it's just poorly thought out. It's very simple to make this boss better. I think the best solution would be to allow the sword attacks to actually penetrate the armor. So that instead of having to use my sword to break his armor and then damage his chi lines, I would directly damage his chi lines with a sword. Even if I did very little damage, it would really add up fairly quickly, because I wouldn't have all this armor buffer, which takes a while to take down. So, pretty much a massive failure. Holmberg says, "Well, you sounded slightly less grumpy in this part, which is good, I suppose, XD. Yeah, eventually I kind of, like, got over it. It's not that big of a deal, because the boss fight is just, you know, one part of the game. I do think that if the boss fights were awesome, this game would have been, like, easily top 5 games I've ever played, just for the fun of it, because it's just, like, so fucking fun to slice things up. But now it's just a really good game. So, you know, I'll get back my mojo, or whatever you want to call it. Blurriy says, "Nice video, man, : close parentheses. Us smaller channels need to stick together if we want to grow! ! I subscribed, and let me know if you would like to do anything together." Well, I don't know, dude. I'm up for doing things together with other people. but I really don't have time to like organize anything myself. So I can just like join you on some video or something. I don't know if you even want me to do that. But basically, I am just certainly very busy. I record videos usually once a week in the weekends. Either Saturday or Sunday, depending on when I feel like it and how I feel like. And, for example, the last 2 weekends I couldn't even record because I was sick. This weekend I'll probably will have time to record, or maybe I won't, because I might be really busy with university again. It's once again coming to an end. Thankfully it's not as heavily stacked as, you know, all the other semesters, because it's the fucking last one. So who knows? But yeah, the thing is, you know, I'm not like the kind of guy who just sits down and records whenever he feels like. I prefer to record when when I feel it, you know? So I don't do it often, and I certainly don't organize myself. So it's really hard for me to say, well, yeah, sure, let's do something together. I also don't have a lot of video games. It might be strange to see, but as you can see, I play like 5 different games in the last 2 years. And that's not an underestimation. I do understand the sentiment and whatever. Like, if you have something in mind yourself, an actual, let's say, project, as I like to call them. Alright. Oh yeah, well, speaking of projects, I was busy doing other stuff as well in the background, which doesn't involve my channel. I downloaded some guy's LP and uploaded it to Mega. I'm not gonna say whose LP it is or what, because, you know, it's for personal use only. But basically I did so it wouldn't get lost just in case, and it's a lot of videos. It's like a couple of hundred, because it's multiple games spanning through, and that took a while. My other project was sort of a secret project, and is barely begun. It's in the early stages. I can only say that it involves Oblivion. The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And that's it. But it's another project that will take a bunch of my time. So, you know, if you have something thought up of the level where you could call it a project, why not? I might find some time for that. But if it's just like, hey, I'm just gonna write to some random guy on YouTube, maybe he wants to join me, then no, because, you know, it's just gonna be a bureaucratical nightmare to do something like that properly. It's not worth it, trust me. It's not for me, not for you. Holmberg94 says, the enemy should take chill pills and stay away. There's too many of them. Exclamation point. More than dot. Less than. Yeah, I agree. There's really a lot of enemies going forward in the game, which is making it more and more difficult to fight with a sword. I kind of like that, in a way, but in the same way it's kind of because the enemies are clearly, some of them at least, not meant to be fought with a sword. Like, there's this dude, which I'm sure we already seen. Have we? No, actually we haven't seen. Well, let's just say, trust me on this, there's a dude that basically has to be hit in the back of him, and he moves really fast. So, imagine how hard it is really to run away from him, get around him, and attack him until he dies. It takes some effort. And imagine that there's like 2 of those dudes at once. Then imagine there's 2 of those dudes plus more other random dudes at once. And the game is continuing to escalate. But that's not a bad thing. I think it's cool. It's just, you know, with a sword it starts to take so long that I started cutting out parts of the fighting. Basically because it's just me running around using the same attack and the same enemy over and over again, so it became kind of pointless. At least you won't have to sit through it, that's a bonus. Jessiver Badar says, ganda fuck. Now, from my limited knowledge of the Philippine language, that means the ass fucks. Truly, a philosophical masterpiece of a statement. The ass fucks. It's deep. It has so many meanings and can be interpreted in so many ways. The ass fucks. However, it has nothing to do with Left 4 Dead 2. I don't understand why these people keep commenting on Left 4 Dead 2 with their philosophical ideas. I mean, okay, sure. The video has gotten like a shit ton of views by now. It has how many? Let's see. 35,933 views. That's a lot of views. That's a lot of people that have come to this video and thought, maybe I should look at this. So maybe he will, like many other, have decided to exploit the viewer base. But in that case, you know, you're still doing it wrong, because you're going for a video that's just 36,000 or so. I suggest trying videos with like 36 million. That usually works better out for people. kLeptO says, Jesus Christ XD. Now he is referring to my how to cheat at OSU video. And I think I need to talk a bit about how this video came to be. Usually I do that in the videos, but this time, since, you know, it's the kind of video that I don't think that would have gone very well. It's already 18 minutes long, and people don't even want to watch that long videos these days. So I thought I'd cut out that part and put it here. So the reason that video came to be is because this morning I saw, by this morning I mean the morning of the making of the video, of course, that this guy called Happy Stick got banned on OSU. And I mean, he got unbanned later, but the point was that the reason he got banned, apparently, it was because he mentioned a certain website that has OSU cheats. Yes. He didn't talk about the cheats. He didn't use the cheats. No, he was on Twitch streaming and he merely mentioned the name of the website. And obviously, I assume, because I didn't see the actual stream itself, but from what I can read here, he explicitly said not to visit it because he would get banned. And he got banned for that, because he mentioned something like that. Now, yeah, I know that there's a clause in like terms of service of OSU to not... I'm not exactly sure what the clause is. Honestly, I haven't read terms of service of OSU, and I'm pretty sure that they have changed since the time I registered there, because I've registered like 4 or 5 years ago. Maybe longer, I don't remember. But, you know, it's more or less, hey, you cannot, like, as any reasonable game, I guess, would do, is like, you can't promote cheating, is what I assume is in the terms of service. Because it makes sense, you don't want your game players to promote cheating, because cheating is a pain of the ass to take care of, and so on and so forth. But, you know, there's a difference between promoting cheating and talking about cheating. In Happy Stick's case, he just mentioned the website and didn't actually do anything else. He didn't even go, from what I can hear, into deep discussion about cheating. So that isn't even the case. He just mentioned a website. And the critical point is that the website isn't actually hard to find. If you search for cheats for OSU on Google, it's more than likely going to be the first search option. In fact, I'm going to do it right now to see if that is the case. Yeah. First thing on the Google search is the website he spoke of. And he got banned for that, just for mentioning the name of a website. And I've already had terrible opinion of the OSU staff in regards to handling cheaters as is. Like, their, let's say, overzealousness is frankly disgusting, but, you know, this really struck a bad vibe with me, and I decided to, well, and I got like really inspired and thought, well, it's time. The time has come to make a video. As I was making it, by the way, Happy Stick got unbanned, and guess what happened? he went out of his way to say that he was the wrong guy and that he is actually in violation of things and that he is, how to best put it, apologetic. That to me was like, again, really pissed me off, honestly. Here's my reasoning that is very simple. So I know for a fact that OSU staff are overzealous. They will go out of their way to deny people pretty much anything if they truly have committed an offense. Sure, there's an appeal process, but most people get stuck in the appeal process for months. Even for the popular known people, it usually takes days to get out of the stuff. So given the fact that he got unbanned literally in the span of less than a day, I can only conclude that they came to understanding that Happy Stick actually didn't do anything wrong. Yet, to save their face, they somehow coerced him into basically licking their ass in this Reddit forum. This is how I see this occurring. I don't see how else logically this could have come to be. I really don't see like them actually unbanning a player who has done something wrong. That just doesn't happen. So by unbanning him, they have shown in fact that Happy Stick did nothing wrong, and yet I don't see them owning up to it. Is it hard to guess why I find their behavior disgusting? I hope not. But yeah, that was the main reason why I made this video. I went out of my way to promote it in every single place I could. Not because I wanted views, even though it's nice to have 301 plus views in like in a day. That's really cool. Yeah. But the reason I went out of my way to promote it ever is because, you know, I just wanted to get banned, basically. I wanted to be banned for making a completely harmless video that has nothing to do with cheating, but just has, you know, how to cheat at OSU in this title. I did get silenced on the OSU chat. I only commented in it once, and the link that I managed to comment with it was just terrible. It actually was mistyped. I forgot to type 1T in the HTTPS at the start. So it didn't even work for clicking. And I don't know, maybe that's the reason. But I basically was given an infringement on my OSU account. Silence for 1 hour. I didn't even, you know, post multiple times or anything. I just posted once. I left the game and I went to post everywhere else and watch some YouTube videos. You know, I didn't give a shit. I wasn't about to spam the fucking OSU just because then, you know, it would be ambiguous. You wouldn't know if it's the spamming or is it the video, but you know, now it's pretty clear. You mention cheating, you're gonna get silenced or even banned, regardless of whether actually there's any merit to it. And you know, that kind of proves my point of these fucking fuckers at OSU staff being extremely overzealous and not even getting a joke. It's just not right, is all I'm saying. BeyondTheRevolution says, LOL, exclamation point. My next video is about cheating on OSU. So when I saw the title of this video, I freaked out, lol. Good video, colon, close parentheses. Your English voice made me laugh a few times. Well, thank you. I don't know. Like, every single person, like, I talked to today has told me that my voice is amazing and that my British voice was funny or something like that. It's pretty hilarious. So thanks, people. I don't know. You have pretty low standards, people, but I like that. I like people who don't have ridiculous standards. You're my type of people. But yeah, if it's a video about cheating on OSU, I want to see that shit. Pronto. Get it out right now. It has to be now while they're still, you know, but the people are still riled up. Otherwise, it's just not gonna be as relevant. It's just my, how to put it, advice as a YouTuber, you know? Timing is important. Vesi says, holy shit, that dirty keyboard. Yeah, this keyboard is about 3 years old. I haven't cleaned it once, actually. Actually, I did clean it once, now that I remember. But it was a very long time ago. I mean, really, I just use 2 buttons on the keyboard, so why the fuck do I care about whether it's dirty or not? Am I right? Alright, that's about it for the comments for now. I sort of expected to receive some comments on my video, how to cheat at Osu. We'll see if the comment count racks up over the couple next days, and I'll make another one of these replies to comments, if necessary or needed. We shall see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.